For more dialogue on population data, just go to my playlist entitled Populations, where I share different content about population data. And I hope you enjoy this specific dialogue. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, and I hope all is well for you today. And in this population-based series, we will be discussing anything from articles to news reports, potential conspiracy theories, and assessing population data. So if that's something you're interested in, hopefully you will enjoy this dialogue. And in this episode, we will be talking about population data. Whenever a country has a population size of 60 million or more, they will be given an individual video. In this episode, we will be talking about the population of South Africa. According to the Commonwealth.org, South Africa is the southernmost country of the African continent. According to the World Atlas, South Africa is located in the world's southern and eastern hemispheres. According to the World Factbook, South Africa is rich in natural resources such as gold, chromium, antimony, coal, iron ore, manganese, nickel, phosphates, tin, rare earth elements, uranium, gem diamonds, platinum, copper, vanadium, salt, and natural gas. Also, South Africa was the world's leading chromite ore producer in 2022. According to the World Atlas, South Africa is rich in forests, and is stated that some of South Africa's most critical natural resources are its forests. Fruits. South African farmers grow a wide array of fruits, such as grapes, pineapples, apples, and peaches. Most of South Africa's fruits are exported to mainly European countries. The fruits exported from South Africa contribute to more than 40% of the country's agricultural exports. Fish. South Africa is a popular destination for sports fishers. According to Ethnologue, South Africa contains 20 living indigenous languages and 11 non-indigenous languages. According to SouthAfricaVenues.com, the black population of South Africa is comprised of 4 major ethnic groups/tribes, and there are numerous subgroups within the 4 major ethnic groups. According to the World Factbook, 81.4% of South Africa's population is black. 36.9% of South African women representing the ages 15 through 49 are currently married. 27.29% of people in South Africa are 0 to 14 years old. 66.17% 15 through 64 years old. 6.54% 65 years and over. The majority of South Africa's population is between the ages of 15 to 64 years old. The median age of South Africa is 28 years old. South Africa's growth rate is 1.5%. South Africa is the 24th most populated country in the world, and in Africa ranks number 6 as the 6th most populated country. There is a net gain of 1 person every 58 seconds in South Africa. Gross reproduction rate, as per the World Factbook, states The average number of daughters born alive that a group of women would have in their lifetime, if the age-specific fertility rate were to apply to them in a given period, usually a calendar year. It is a measure of replacement fertility that indicates whether the current generation of daughters will replace the preceding generation of women. If the number is equal to 1, the women will replace themselves. If the number is more than 1, the next generation of women will outnumber the current one. If the number is less than 1, the generation of women will be less numerous than the current one. The gross reproduction rate of South Africa is more than 1. The gross reproduction rate of South Africa is at 1.7, which means that the next generation of daughters in South Africa will replace the former generation of women in South Africa, according to Worldometer. A total fertility rate represents the replacement level fertility. Replacement level fertility is the average number of children born per woman needed for each generation to replace itself without the need for international immigration. A value at 2.1 is a sustainable population. A value below 2.1 means that the population is in decline. A value above 2.1 is a sustainable population. The total fertility rate of South Africa is more than 2.1. The total fertility rate of South Africa is at 2.3 births per woman, which means that the population of South Africa is sustainable. There is 1 birth every 28 seconds in South Africa. There are 3,123 births per day in South Africa. Now let us look at the 2023 current population of South Africa as per World Population Review. South Africa is at 60,555,283. Let's look at the population forecast for the years 2030, 2040, and 2050. By 2030, South Africa's population is set to increase to 64,659,278. By 2040, South Africa's population is set to increase to 69,713,937. By 2050, South Africa's population is set to increase to 73,529,753. Well, that is all we have for today's episode. And I hope you enjoyed this discussion, where we looked at the populations of South Africa. Thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for more.